You're right on time for story time. I was just about to read this book to my friend Maurice the raccoon. So, should I get started? Today, I'm gonna read Albert and Friends and the Mystery of the Missing Bilbies. So, Maurice can go and sit in the chair for a while. You also can grab a seat, find a nice spot on a couch, and let's get started. The outback is a world full of wild features, hot and dry and alive with strange creatures. Look, some tracks, and also a trail. Who would have fluffy ears and such a long tail? It was Albert Koala and Gus Goanna, touring the outback in their own special manner. Suddenly, splaff! There was dust every place. Poor Albert got dirt all over his face, and through the dust cloud fierce scratching was heard. Perhaps it was a lizard, or some crazy bird? Then out from the mess that had Albert so fussed, hopped the tiniest creature, all covered in dust. "What's this digging?" asked Albert. "Just who are you?" "I'm Busy Bilby," was the answer, "and digging's what I do." "I dig," said the creature, "under cranny and stone. It keeps me so busy, I forget I'm alone." "If you're lonely," said Albert, "no need to pretend. Come travel with us, and we'll find you a friend." So through desert and gorge, without any fuss, went Albert, little Busy, and Goanna Gus. Then Albert said, "From the ground it's so hard to see. The view's much better from up a gum tree. And now up high I can see all around, so I'll climb to the top of that big termite mound." But the termites weren't happy with Albert up on their roof, and the sharp bites they gave him were painful proof. Yowee! This place is as dangerous as it can be. It's not like living up a gum tree. Then an echidna cried, "Albert! It's time for a bite, and you found you my dinner of tasty termite." "Look ahead," said Albert. "There's a huge dusty cloud." "It's a bilby! It's a bilby!" cried Busy out loud. Through the dust Albert looked all around, and saw lots of dirt coming from a hole in the ground. "Anyone home?" asked Albert, as Busy poked in her snout. Then a fat dusty head suddenly looked out. "Wow!" said little Busy, "I thought I was full grown, but you're the fattest bilby that I've ever known." "Yes, he's big," chuckled Albert from his head to his toes, "but this bilby's a wombat, called Hairy Nose." Harry said, "No, I'm not a bilby, but come back any time. If you like digging, you're a true friend of mine." They went on further, seeking more dust in the air. "Who is it?" cried Albert. "Are there bilbies out there?" It was just Elvis Emu, guarding his eggs, and a few of his chicks outstretching their legs. Then Busy cried, "Look!" and hopped off like a rocket. "I found the world's biggest bilby, with a spare in her pocket." "Poor Busy," laughed Albert. "Your education overdue. That bilby's not a bilby. She's a mother kangaroo." So they scampered off again, but came to a sudden halt before a hungry dingo with his knife and fork and salt. "It's so nice to eat you, of course, I mean meet you. You'll look a bit thinner, but won't you join me for dinner?" But Albert grabbed his pillow and swung it with great aim. Plump, plump went the pillow, and left the dingo tame. The next thing he knew he had a sandstorm in his face. By the time the dust had cleared, there was no one left to chase. They soon reached a billabong where Busy, on a whim, jumped into troubled water, not knowing how to swim. "Hang on, Busy!" cried Albert, "and have no fear. It's lucky for you your lifeguard is near." So Albert the lifeguard took the big plunge, and dragged Busy out as wet as a sponge. The platypus cheered at his quick skedaddle, Hey, Albert, for a koala, you do a great dog paddle. The friends traveled on with daylight on the fade, and the heat of the sun became lost in the shade. Many animals, said Albert, don't like it so bright, so let's take a rest and then search into the night. Soon Albert awoke in a dusty sandstorm. Oh, not again, Busy. What is your form? Stop digging, coughed Albert. What's the idea? It's not me, said Busy. I'm sitting right here. The friends just sat and could do nothing but stare, for there were bilbies. Bilbies everywhere. Hello, said one. My name is Bob. You've made me oh so happy. For once, when you were very young, I used to change your nappy. Busy, Busy, Albert cried. I'm speaking no carbuncle. I think we found your family, and I think that Bob's your uncle. They're like me, sang Busy, and she did a little spin. I'm a bilby. They're all bilbies. I found my next of kin. They all danced round with joy and sang, Busy, welcome home. No matter what the future holds, you'll never be on your own. It's always fun to travel and roam, but there's just no place like home sweet home. And home is where the heart is, and for bilbies that means dirt. For some, it's high up in a tree, and that's where you'll find Albert. The end. Maurice is very excited for the next book. Should I tell them what the next book we're going to read is going to be? I can give them a hint. The next book is going to have a purple cover. See you next week.